Let's talk about these Green Bay Packers, who are not the best team in the NFL. And I really respected what you put up there because it gave me a little bit of doubt, as we talked about earlier, but I'm still confident in what I got to say. See what I'm saying there, Acho? Here's the thing. They're not the best team because, as Coach would say, if you can't stop them, don't worry. They'll stop themselves. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick is the king of saying that without saying it. If you can't stop them, play your game, don't worry. They'll stop themselves, right? And I just know historically about the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, they'll find a way to stop themselves. You talk about home field advantage. That was the narrative before last year. Give them home field advantage. Watch what happens in the NFC Championship game. How'd that go? And more importantly, how did it go? It didn't go as well as expected because they went against the team that is the best team in the NFL. Once again, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year were off to a slower start than they are this year. But you know what's the difference? This team this year, not only better record, but actually better performances, more confidence, more time in the system with Tom Brady, etc. All that adds up to the moment that Tom Brady has mastered. Tom Brady is the master of the moment. You know what Aaron Rodgers is? He's the master of making it to the moment and then falling short. And that's the problem with this team in comparison to the team that's the best, which are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers has a better offense, score more points. And then if you want to look at what we want to point out the issues up front. You know that Tom Brady's been sacked the least, and you know that Aaron Rodgers right now sacked 12th most in the NFL. Why does that matter? That was before you lost another offensive lineman just last night. I think they're going to be able to get to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a master, a magician of doing exactly this. The best team we ever seen Aaron Rodgers have was a one-and-done team in the playoffs. We know Aaron Rodgers has what it takes to get to those moments. But we also know that this Green Bay Packers team has shown us time and time again that they will fall short in those same moments.
Well, absolutely, they will fall short. I'm glad you brought up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because that's the team that appears to be their kryptonite. The last two times they played them, they haven't been able to knock them off. So that is the thing. And the thing about the playoffs, what's so great is styles make fights. Yeah. It's not just about, we had the best record, so we're automatically grandfathered into the next round. No, it's how do we stylistically play to give you problems? And so when I look at this list, the Cardinals are sitting at the top, and we saw them knock off the Cardinals. And it was a great game. And, DeAndre Hopkins didn't play, but we won't make excuses. We'll just continue to talk about it. Maybe Rasul Douglas held my man A.J. Green when he got that interception. Those things, no more excuses. And so I sit here and I look, and I'm looking at these teams that we know can give them problems. So the Dallas Cowboys. And I heard Acho over here talk about Dak Prescott and, treason and all those other things. But then I'm not worried about the Cowboys' offense. I worry about their defense. You alluded to the fact that that offensive line is maybe a little porous. They're having a tough time protecting. Did you see what the Cowboys' defense did to the Washington football team with Michael Parsons and the Energizers, as I like to call them, Randy Gregory and Marcus Lawrence, those guys up front? So I worry about Aaron Rodgers. And we have seen this, and we have enough evidence to know. Aaron Rodgers is good enough to get us to the championship game. Yeah. But can he get us over the hump? I don't know if he can do that because I don't have enough evidence to suggest that he can get it over the hump.
But here's my problem with both of y'all's arguments. My problem with y'all's arguments is that your biggest defense against Aaron Rodgers is years prior. It's what the Buccaneers did to him last year. We've played 13 games and we're 14 weeks into this season. We got to stop talking about, the Bucs beat them last year. They ain't played each other thus far this year. I know who the Packers have played. Played the Rams, a Super Bowl favorite. Played the Cardinals, a Super Bowl favorite. I know the Packers beat both those teams, one on the road in a short week, one at home. I know this much. Tom Brady's 3-3 without AB and Gronk, 4-2 without similarly just Gronk. What's more likely to happen? AB to be absent or Aaron Rodgers to get COVID again? Because Aaron Rodgers, the only time the Packers truly have lost, Aaron Rodgers distracted from offseason or not present during COVID, that one Vikings game. That's it.
Distracted.
That's all I can get.
I let him talk.
So when I look at it, I'm just like, the only time we've seen the Packers play bad was week 1, Aaron Rodgers. Again, I would have to assume he was distracted from the offseason. He wasn't present. Or Aaron Rodgers wasn't present versus the Chiefs, or that Vikings divisional game, 34-31, they got their number, ended the game. If the Packers aren't the best team right now, then we are just assuming because of history that there is a better team. But based on watching present performances, Packers have played better this year than I would say any other NFC team, including your Buccaneers. Buccaneers didn't look great when they played Washington. Mm-hmm. Buccaneers didn't look great when they played the Saints. And this was a Saints team where Jameis got hurt, if I am not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So Buccaneers have not looked great for some reasons that aren't even explicable. Packers, at least when they didn't play well, there are reasons, and I'm not even being facetious. We all played ball up here, so there are times that things make sense. Packers, when they didn't play well, at least it's like, okay, I get it. Rodgers wasn't there. He had COVID. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Rodgers didn't go to any train. Okay, I get that. But the Bucs, what's your excuse? Cowboys got a little bit of an excuse. Dak doesn't have an excuse for last game, but Cowboys, you can make up an excuse. Packers are the most consistent, and lastly, they still don't have all-pro cornerback Jair Alexander. Mm-hmm. They still don't have Zadarius Smith. They're supposed to get both those guys back in the next week or two. They this good without those players. Imagine when they come back.
Yeah, but the problem is who has a better record, the Packers or the Buccaneers?
10-3, same record.
Exactly, all right. So now we're splitting hairs. Like, you're the same as another team. Oh, that other team is the defending Super Bowl champions. Already, that should give you a little bump. Mm-hmm. But okay, you haven't beat them in record. Let's say going backwards, they're the champs, you're not, and you met them, and that's the reason why you're not the champs, because they beat you. Okay. What about going forward? They have an easier schedule going forward, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, easier schedule remaining versus you guys. Okay. So now you're not better than them. They have a better offense. Your attribute that you're trying to point out right now, their special sauce is Dylan. Who has a tremendous run defense. That's Styles make fights, Tampa Bay. Who's the master of the moment? If all things become equal, who do I trust more, Brady or Rodgers? That's where I went. Now, in present day, I'm still saying it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even if they weren't the champions. You want to know why? Because who's going to win MVP this year? It's not Aaron Rodgers. Now, for different reasons. But even by performance, let's take away distraction game. Let's take away bad performance. Who's been the most consistent this year? Consistently excellent. Once again, if everything points to Tampa Bay, that's really sad. That's really scary for the rest of the league because the team that already has the crown, already has the jewelry, is shining the brightest again. And this is a team that looks better than it did last year in its quest to its championship.
Look, you talk about that, and we've only stuck to the NFC because in the AFC, there are some teams, too, that give them problems. And I know we talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs who have won 6 in a row.
What show you doing?
I'll give you that. My Chiefs.
Packers best team in the NFL.
Okay.
Chiefs.
The entire NFL.
The Chiefs are better than the Packers?
They give them problems.
Absolutely, they are. They won 6 in a row.
That's the
defense is balling out of control. Absolutely. The Chiefs are better.
You see, I got Packers and I got Chiefs.
I'm listening. I don't want to cut you off because I know you can't make sense of this, so I want you to try and finish.
I absolutely can't make sense of this. I've seen the Chiefs win 6 games in a row.
Against?
They all have NFL on the jersey.
No, you're right. Okay, we can play that game.
Because the Bears played last night.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them wow people.
That part.
Right. So if we talk about playing your best ball and where it is right now, because you're not talking about what it looked like a month ago when they played.
Yeah.
We're talking about right now. Well, right now the Chiefs are a different team. The defense is better. Yeah. And so I know that
but the quarterback is worse.
I'm torn.
Like you go as far as your quarterback. Look, when we get into these games, who are the quarterbacks? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen last year, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. This version of Patrick Mahomes ain't that version of them. But this is the same version of Aaron Rodgers, if not better. This is the same version of Tom Brady, if not better.
Aaron Rodgers with the toe jam. That's what we're saying. Aaron Rodgers with the toe jam. We're going to take Patrick Mahomes in a one-game scenario. That's what we're saying.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. That part.
No, I'm not saying that.
Well, I didn't want to cut you off. What other team in the AFC? If it's not the Chiefs, that's it, right?
Oh, the Patriots. The Patriots.
I don't know.
The Patriots have won 7 straight.
Okay,
he's got a top defense.
But you just told me records and win streaks.
Top defense.
No,
talk about defense winning championships, right?
Yeah.
And so we talk about no one has been able to confound Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. But the one thing that we do know is Bill Belichick ain't scared. Yeah. Bill Belichick ain't worried about making Aaron Rodgers play with that hand behind his back. We're not worried about that. So absolutely, the Patriots and the Chiefs. But if you're going to press me on one, the Patriots, absolutely.
Okay. So now we got Buccaneers for you. So you got 3 teams ahead of them. They're 4th for you right now in the NFL standings.
Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't discount the Cardinals. I wouldn't discount the Cardinals.
We got to get back to our production meeting and see why we even asked this question, because they're not even in the top 5 damn near for you, Bucky, but that's crazy.